Yo, what's going on? Mike from Mike Talk Sports. PJ Tucker made his Clippers debut last night, and even though he had 0 points and the Clippers ended up losing 130 to 125 to the Lakers, PJ Tucker still had a significant impact in this one, specifically in the fourth quarter and in overtime. So in today's episode of Mike Talk Sports, I'm going to be breaking down the impact PJ Tucker had on the Clippers last night, and overall, what will PJ Tucker's role look like on the Clippers all season long. So in 21 minutes last night, PJ Tucker went 0 for 1 with 0 points and 5 rebounds. But of course, PJ Tucker is the classic example of a guy who plays significantly better than his box stats indicate. Even though Zubac is a good center for the Clippers, and overall he's very efficient on the offensive end, and he can somewhat guard opposing 7-footers in the NBA, he's an absolute liability in the pick and roll. The Lakers, specifically with Anthony Davis and LeBron James running that pick and roll, were absolutely abusing Zubac. He just cannot keep up on the perimeter. He's very slow and he has bad foot speed. And overall, he just does not have the agility and lateral movement to guard any other non-center in the NBA. Not only this, but when he faces some of the more agile 7-footers in the league, such as Anthony Davis, a guy like that is going to abuse him on the perimeter. And it seems as though the Lakers were going to run away with the game in the fourth quarter, but the second they checked out Zubac and they put in PJ Tucker, this completely changed and the Clippers went on a really nice run in order to force overtime. PJ Tucker played 4 minutes in the fourth quarter and he had a plus-minus of +8 compared to Zubac, who played 7 minutes in the fourth quarter, mainly those first 7 minutes, and he had a plus-minus of -6. When you check PJ Tucker into the game and you make him play center, they are going to trap that center every single time. Not only that, but you are going to have switchability with your center, which is so vital in today's NBA that is so pick and roll heavy, and it is so switch heavy as well. PJ Tucker is so good at closing out on perimeter defenders. Not only this, but he's so good at trapping guys in the paint, really using his quick hands and overall incredible basketball IQ in order to guard guys who are almost a foot taller than him. And this is exactly what we saw last night. The second they put PJ Tucker on Anthony Davis and they trapped Anthony Davis in the paint, Anthony Davis, instead of being a scorer, turned into a facilitator from the paint. And that's exactly the way you stop Anthony Davis and this Lakers offense. Make D'Angelo Russell hit shots on the perimeter with PJ Tucker closing out. Make Austin Reeves make that tough three. Have Cam Reddish make those tough threes, but don't let Anthony Davis and LeBron James get going. And we saw this Lakers offense look proficient in the second, third, and fourth quarter, but the second PJ Tucker checked into the game in the late fourth quarter and overtime, this completely changed. And then in overtime, PJ Tucker also displayed why he's so valuable, and it is those offensive rebounds. Whenever you have a guy who has a knack for the basketball, running the baseline on offense, he's going to get a tremendous amount of offensive rebounds. Not only that, but he's going to get easy layups cutting to the basket from that baseline, and he's going to make those open threes from the corner. That's exactly what PJ Tucker does on offense, and that's somewhat what he did in this game in overtime, as he had 3 offensive rebounds in 5 minutes. And as a Lakers fan, I hate to admit this, but realistically, it took for Paul George and Norman Powell to foul out. Not only that, but for LeBron James to play 42 minutes and for Anthony Davis to almost have 48 minutes logged in this game for the Lakers to barely win this one. Realistically, it was not a good look for the Lakers last night, barely winning this game, and it was a very good look early on for PJ Tucker and his impact for the Clippers. The Clippers realistically got the 2 best players in that James Harden trade, one of which being James Harden, and of course the other of which being PJ Tucker. I really do think the 76ers are going to miss PJ Tucker to a significant degree, mostly because of his defense, but again, on offense, he's such a tough player as he sets so many screens, he's constantly moving around, and again, if you leave him open from the corner, he is going to hit that shot. As we see time and time again in the NBA, if you're facing a big man like Anthony Davis, like Nikola Jokic, like some of these dominant guys in the West, it's better off to guard them with a guy like PJ Tucker and to just trap them rather than to guard them with a 7-footer. So PJ Tucker and his impact for the Clippers is going to especially be felt when they're facing some of the better centers in the NBA. Overall, I love PJ Tucker's impact for the Clippers, and he's going to get a significant amount of minutes in late game lineups all season. He's going to consistently get playing time over Zubac in those final minutes of the game because of his defensive IQ and his overall IQ and smartness on offense as well. Thanks for watching today's video of Mike Talks Sports. Let me know in the comment section below, what are your thoughts on PJ Tucker and his impact for the Clippers? And do you agree with my take that PJ Tucker at center, despite being so small, is honestly a better option for the Clippers than it is to play Zubac in those late minute lineups? If you enjoyed today's video of Mike Talks Sports, I really appreciate it, guys. Smack that like and hit subscribe.